Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do the general collective weekly reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid, and the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. As I'm recording this, it is March 30th of 2025. We currently have the sun in Aries and the moon just moved into Taurus. And we also had Neptune move into Aries as well. So yeah, we're just going to see what messages need to come through of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection for the collective as it pertains to the energy surrounding this week. I'm starting out with the mixed emotions deck, and then I was also guided to use my Angel Answers Oracle deck for this reading, and we're just gonna use the Honest Truth Tarot. If I didn't already say it, I feel like I need to say it again. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's just not your story, and that is fine. So yeah, let's see what's going on. One more. Alright, so let's see. Bottom of the deck we have excited, which says elated, thrilled, and enthusiastic. And I'm hearing the song from the Nutty Professor, I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. So for some of you, this could be your energy, or it could be the energy of someone that you're energetically connected to. It feels like what I'm hearing is hard to contain. Then we have frustrated coming out, which says prevented, hindered, or blocked. Under that, we have panicky, which says alarmed, anxious, fight or flight. Then we have empowered, which says powerful, capable, and strong. And this makes me feel like, I don't know why, like I'm getting like the energy of watching. So I don't know if you're watching someone or someone could be watching you and seeing you in this energy, or vice versa. But whoever is doing the watching, I don't know if they're, he's looking at his watch, so I don't know if they're worried about time. It feels like also like a waiting energy. As you see, like they're stuck in traffic. What I'm also getting is with this panicky and empowered energy, it almost feels like whoever is in this frustrated energy, it's almost like something keeps like how can I explain it? Like they can't like quite get a grip on something, like something keeps escaping them. it honestly feels like, you know, with empowered, like this person could be like trying to like grasp for, you know, power or, you know, like strength is almost what I'm getting, because it says powerful, capable, and strong. Like, I don't know, it feels like the energy of someone like trying to fight something. But then we have trust, which says reliant, interdependent, and certain. But then we have powerless. And that makes me feel like I don't know, because it almost feels like with this panicky energy, this person keeps like they're reaching for something or wanting to reach for something or wanting to like get a hold of something, someone, I don't know. It feels like themselves with this empowered energy here, like almost like an energy of trying to connect back to themselves, trying to get back to themselves. But feeling like, especially with the powerless card, it says paralyzed, ineffective, or weak. Like, because then I'm hearing doom, doom, like someone. I don't know, because it makes me feel like someone. How can I say this? Like, is almost feeling like, you know, like the victim of whatever situation or circumstance that, you know, either this is you or, you know, someone else that, you know, they may be finding themselves in. And it's almost like they, yeah, it feels like someone trying to get a hold of themselves is the best way that I can explain it, especially with this trust card, like trying to connect back to themselves. But with the happy card, it's almost like it's giving me the energy, especially with it coming out, you know, after powerless. Like, there's nothing that they can do to, you know, attain this happy energy. Like, that's how it feels, like someone is just like feeling like their power, their capability, their strength, it just like keeps evading them. So it almost feels like an energy of like, oh, well, I guess like I'm never gonna be happy. I'm never gonna get this or that or be here or whatever the case may be. But it's almost like with this trust card, it's almost like they lack faith. Because if this energy is not you and you're on the, you know, in this excited energy, it's almost like whoever is in this frustrated energy, they're like watching you like seemingly like live, you know, live life and be happy and, you know, excited. Like it almost makes me feel like, because there's nothing on this card, like she's not, you know, in a place, like there's nothing. It's like, how can, like, it's almost like someone is wondering how you, like, it almost, I'll say it like this, feels like the simple things, like you're happy just with just because of life in general, not because of what you have, not because of, you know, who you are, where you are. Like, you're just, it almost gives me an energy of like someone being high on life, and then there's, you know, another energy here that's looking like, well, how can this person be in this energy and I'm over here like almost in a fight for minds. Like, I don't know. Well, what's going on, Spirit? What's the overall energy for the collective as it pertains to this week? Yeah. So we have inspired. It says move, stimulated, and challenge. Yeah, like, because I feel like that energy was not just, yeah, was just like not feeling inspired or, like, but we have surprised at the bottom, which is like the tower energy. It says startled, astonished, and shocked. Like, then we have lonely, isolated, alienated, and friendless. Then we have desperate with inadequate, and then back to this frustrated energy. Like, I don't know. Like, whoever is in this energy, then it just goes back around. Whoever is in this energy, it's almost like with this, like, it almost feels like this person is lacking like any type of inspiration, drive, passion, action. For some of them, like, even attention. I don't know, like, because with this desperate, it feels like they're holding on by a thread, but next to this, or especially in between this lonely and inadequate, it just feels like I don't even feel right saying this because it's like someone is being like a Debbie Downer to themselves. When it's almost like this tower is like, hey, look around. There are things to be inspired by. You don't have to like almost be in this energy. Like feeling like like you just don't have something. I don't know what this something is. Like I don't know. I don't like this. Can I get another one? Yeah. Trust. See, like, I don't know, like, because this excited energy, especially with it being at the bottom again, for some of you, this could be like a connection, whether, it's, someone who you like. How can I say this? Like, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be, co-workers, whatever the case may be, however the caliber of the relationship is. But this person over here is like I don't know what other way to say it. Like, it just keeps making me feel like high on life. But then there's an energy that, feels like they either missed a chance or like it almost feels like a broken connection where you could be, if you're this excited person, you could be very, creative. You could be almost inspiring to this person, but it's almost like there's something that's keeping you two from, like, it almost makes me feel like getting on the same page. Because with this grief and proud, it's almost like someone, could be in like heavy regret over like it's giving me the energy of like what they chose to show, like a very proud and boastful and prideful energy. um like it's giving me, and especially with the moon being in Taurus, like things, someone let like material things be like their, like almost like their stamp of approval, like, or how they felt validated or accomplished in life. But you know, for this person over here, like I said, they don't have anything, and to be in this energy, and I'm not saying that they don't have anything, but it's almost like, again, like that energy of being satisfied with little, or you know, shit that, like, I don't know how to say this, like, that matters, like, or what really matters, or because they're showing me this meme that I've seen years ago, where there's a guy that's you know, the drawing or whatever in the picture, it's a guy pushing, you know, a cart, and it has everything, like, I got money, I got this great job, new car, new house. It's all different boxes on a trolley cart, and he's walking with someone, and the person only has a bag in their hand, and the bag says happiness on it. And and the person with all of this stuff on their cart, they're like, if I can find it, I'll make it the thumbnail because it's coming up again. And it's like, he's like, oh, is that all you got? And the other person, I believe he says, this is all, like, this is all I need, like, I don't need anything else. Here, I got another one. Yeah, we have comforted, which says reassured, consoled, and nourished. Yeah. And bottom of the deck, we have encouraged. Yeah. So it almost feels like for this week, there could be someone who, especially if you're in that excited, you know, just like high on life energy, just because life is life, like, because, you know, to me, like, that, you know, that's enough. Like, you could be inspiring, you know, someone with this trust card. I do feel like it's someone that, you know. So it's almost like for some of you, like, for you may even be reconnecting with someone, but it's almost like through you, they're being seen how to, like, be comforted within themselves, how to comfort themselves. And it's almost like with the encouraged card, like, I feel like that spirit, like, pushing this person, but they're like, I don't know. Like, with the shy energy, like, they don't trust it. But then on the other side, it's like we have angry, guilty, confused, longing. I feel like these feelings, this angry, guilty, and confused, is what someone is trying to, like, hide with this shy card. And spirit is almost encouraging them to, like, nah, like, you need to, in a way, process what you're feeling. Like, it almost needs an outlet, especially with longing and creativity. It needs an outlet. Can I get one more? Can I get one more? Yeah. We have angry. It came out reverse, and I'm going to acknowledge it that way. Um, Normally I don't, but for this reading, it feels right because it's almost like in doing this, it's like you'll release the tension, like this anger will dissipate itself. And it's almost like, yeah, like it's an energy almost of like, ooh, almost of like it's okay to be mad, especially with guilty being at the bottom. Like it's really an energy of taking accountability for something, whatever it is that you've done. Taking accountability for why you're feeling the way you're feeling right now. Making peace. That's what I'm hearing. Making peace. Whether this is you just making peace with, what you've done with yourself, or you making peace with what, you may have done to someone or what someone has done to you, it'll dissipate this anger. Let's see. I'm hearing Neo's mad. And what does he say? He says, baby, I know sometimes that it's gonna rain. But can we make up now? Because I can't sleep through the pain. And I don't want to go to bed mad at you. And I don't want you to go to bed mad at me. Because this person, could be having trouble sleeping because of, what they've done or, whatever the case may be. Because I'm hearing guilt-ridden. Well, let's see. And now I'm hearing disconnected, like and the phone. I know a lot of people don't have house phones anymore, but those of us that come from that time, you know how it is when you leave the phone off the hook, the receiver off the hook, and if you leave it off the hook for so long, you get that busy signal. That's what I'm hearing, the busy signal. So this could be, someone that you're disconnected from at this moment. And where like you're, doing whatever. It looks like you could be working on something creatively, in a very inspired space within yourself. It's almost like you have faith that, things will like almost work out the way that they should. I almost feel like for some of you, if you're that energy, how can I say this? Like, yeah, you're not mad. So if someone like if the other energy that's going through this is feeling like it's almost like someone is thinking that you're mad, and it's like, nah, like it's almost like I'm chilling. Like I'm not upset. I'm not angry. Because this is like they're saying faithful versus faithless. Like, cause it's almost like you're cool. If we're supposed to connect, we'll connect. But I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. And I'm not, and I keep hearing like, I'm not mad, I'm not mad. So this person could think you're mad at them, or vice versa, or they think you're mad at them, or you know how it goes. You could think this person is mad at you, or they could think that you are mad at them. But if you're in this energy, no, you're not mad. It's just like almost like their guilty conscience. Let me get one more spirit. So bottom of the deck we have meditation brings answers. And it's almost like I feel like the energy of this person like needing to quiet their mind. For some of you, you know, it is could relate to romance. We have the romance card coming out. But it does feel like a connection that's disconnected. And we have, if you believe, look, I'm telling you, the situation will improve. Yeah. Then we have a year from now, and then it says no need to worry. Yeah. So, you know, these timing cards are, you know, a part of the deck. But, you know, it almost makes me feel like there really is no need to worry. If you have faith that the situation will improve, like it will, if you believe. Like it's like someone is like really overcomplicating something or overthinking something way more than it needs to be. But you know, it is understandable because if you know, were on the side of the energy where, you know, possibly you're responsible or at fault for this disconnection, you know, it's warranted that you would be like, you know, you wouldn't know what to do with the confused energy. But it almost feels like there's accountability that needs to be taken first and foremost. Yeah. So we have recovery. And like I said, I felt like the energy of like someone like even trying to like get back to themselves or connect back to themselves, but they're having a hard time. And it's almost like instead of thinking the worst, like think positive, because if you keep thinking like, oh, I'm never gonna have this or that, you know, you're gonna stay in that state, you're gonna stay in that energy. And then we have listen to your intuition. With it's up to you, like I really like I don't know, like your intuition is telling you, but it's up to you. Like that's the power of, you know, free will. But look at this, yes. Like spirit got it. It's almost like one thing about spirit is like they're not gonna force you. You have to make the choice. You have to make the decision. But it's almost like, it almost makes me want to say, like, in whatever situation or circumstance that you're in, if you're really down to, or you really want to fix something, or reconnect with someone, or, you know, recover, you know, even like, because it could almost be like what they consider to be like soul retrieval. Like, it's almost like, how bad do you really want it? Like, don't give up on it. If it's something that you really want, you know, you're gonna have to work for it. Yo, Spirit's just being funny now. We have yes coming out. Look, a peaceful resolution. Then we have like, don't stop. Yeah, like, don't give up. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? Because this is ridiculous, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, Spirit's just being funny. Can I get one more, please? Yo, we have success. Yo, Spirit is a straight up comedian. Yo, I like, by all means, like, this is not funny, but it's almost like someone needs to like find like the humor. Like, I feel like someone lacks, like, is lacking the humor of a situation. Like, they're being very just like, especially with this no at the bottom, like, just very, like, almost just stubborn, and almost, it almost feels like negative. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's your choice if that's you in this energy, but it does. It feels like Spirit is, yeah, see? Look, what did I say? We have no, and Spirit is like, you're ready, and it's like you're actively resisting Spirit. Like, what? Spirit is like, this is, come on. The perfect timing. Like, but it's almost like you're like, but what if this, and what if that, and what about this, and what about that? Spirit is like, I don't have time for all that. Because it's almost like with the reconsider, you're like, again, it's giving me that energy of like overthinking. Like, you're doing too much. This is funny. Can I get one more? Can I get one more, Spirit? Yeah, like, I don't, this is making me like not even want to read anymore. Just not in general, but just for this reading, because like, I don't know what else to say or another way to say it. Bottom of the deck, trust. We have trust out here twice. So this is double confirmation for someone, like, within the next few weeks. And then we have ask for help from others and no need to worry. But with this choosing new direction, it's like, yeah, you have to choose this. You have to choose it. If this is what you want, you have to choose, make the choice. If you tired of being angry and upset and you want relief and you want to, I don't know, like, because it's almost giving me that energy of, like they say, like, how you can't love someone until you love yourself. You can't, you can't really trust someone until you trust yourself. And it's like, whoever this is, like, they don't trust themselves. And it's almost like for like I know that this is gonna sound harsh, but it is what it is. Like, it's almost like they don't trust themselves for like a dumb reasons. Like, okay, maybe you did something, or however this is resonating for you. Okay, like, whether it was a mistake that you made, or whether it was something that you did that was a conscious choice, you did it. It doesn't matter. The deed was done. Whatever was done. So there's only two things you can do from that: take accountability for what you've done and accept it and move forward. But if you keep like staying down, why I did this, and like, I don't know, because I don't talk to myself like that. Like, but yeah, it just feels like very, because like, I'm hearing like, do you want to change? If you want to change, this is like the first step. But if you're second guessing it, then it may not be something that you really want to do. And if that's the case, it's almost like, do it because your intentions are in a place of wanting to change, not because like you're looking to reconnect with someone or looking like to get something out of it. Like, no, do it for you. Like, all right, so we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom, which is, masculine earth energy, Aries and Taurus, so where the sun and the moon is right now. And it feels like a very stubborn person, very stubborn masculine energy. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is, feminine water energy. And it feels like we even seen it with the mixed emotions deck, the two like almost opposite energies. And I feel like this is it here. Water and earth are opposite energies. So for some of you, this is in regards to a connection. Like I've been saying, we have the Six of Pentacles here, and that says reminisce, childhood, and reconcile. Then we have the Two of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's almost like whoever's in this energy, they're just like, they're weighing their options. Like I said, you have to make the decision. That the Two of Pentacles is a card of, indecision. It can be looked at as imbalance, where if this is a connection for you, it's almost like with the Seven of Wands, like you're, how can I say, it's almost like you're being defensive, and you know, like, because it's almost like, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, or at least the way that I just heard it in my head, because it's the same thing. They said the decision you want to make and the decision you know you need to make. It's the same thing. So it's like you're on guard, like within yourself. Like, I don't know. It's almost like you're trying to separate the two when when it's the same. Because it makes me feel like saying what you want and need is the same thing. Like, I don't know. But we'll see. We're gonna break it down. Ooh. So can I get one for this inspired and recovery? That's why they're saying it. What you want and what you need is the same thing. It's faith. And as I say that, the star comes out. Yeah. Which is a card of hope, of healing, wish, believe, trust, faith. Like, I can't make this shit up. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. And then we have the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. So with this feminine energy, it almost feels like with the Empress coming out here, like, yeah, you, for some of you, this is you needing to, like, how can I say, like, take care of yourself. But it also feels like, you know, for some of you, if you're in that, you know, if you're resonating with that story of a connection, you're looking to repair a connection with the feminine energy. But it's almost like you're being very stoic about it as a King of Cups, like not wanting the desire and passion to show how much, like, this connection means to you, how much you want to reconcile and collaborate with this person, with the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. But then we have the Three of Wands. It's almost like, but the way that you're thinking, it's almost like, again, that Nine of Swords, like, the opportunity is there with the Three of Wands. But it's almost like you're focused on this, the Five of Cups, and that says regret, focus on loss or betrayal. Like, it's that guilt energy. It like, honestly, like, it makes me want to say, because it's like now spirit is wanting to be like stern, but also like realistic. Like, if you was gonna, if, like, again, what's done is done. Whether you did something or someone did something to you, the deed is done. And if you are like, if you knew before you did what you did that clearly it wasn't the right thing to do, because if it was, you wouldn't be feeling guilty about it. But it's almost like, don't beat yourself up about it. You did it. Like, Like, you wasn't feeling that way when you did what you did, so why are you stressing out about it now? Yeah, and then we have the Seven of Wands coming out again. Yeah. This is like the energy of someone like blocking their own flow. Again, we have the Seven of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles at the bottom. The masculine energy. Like, be real with yourself. The King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Be real with yourself. Can I get one for trust and yes? Yeah, we have judgment. And this is spirit, like, hey. Like, shouting out to you, like, your intuition right now could be screaming at you with the High Priestess at the bottom. Like, just trust me, just trust me, just trust me. But it's almost like, it's almost like, no, like, I can't. Like, especially, like, with the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, there's that Ace of Swords. You know the truth. And it's almost like you can't, how can I say this? Like, you can't hide from it. You don't want to look at what you've done with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. You're afraid of how you're going to be seen as a Queen of Wands. But also this feminine energy is almost like they know. So just put it out. Like, let it be what it is. Because that feels like exposure. Can I get another one for trust and judgment? And yes. The King of Swords. And this is the thing, you know that whatever your intuition is telling you is right. It's the King of Swords. But it's almost like you don't want to come out. You don't want to be seen in a certain light or a certain way. Because it makes me feel like with the Eight of Swords and the Hermit too, like saying like, what are you afraid of? You have to face this part of yourself. Because it's almost like on the outside, even as a masculine, this masculine's feminine energy, like they exude a lot of confidence and, self-assuredness, but it's almost like your intuition is telling you, okay, like if you put this out there for others to see, like why are you afraid to like be this? Can I get one for comforted and success? Look, the Ace of Cups. And this is really like that Ace of Cups just makes me feel like there's a need to like get comfortable and love yourself. And that's, you know, the way forward. Oh, I couldn't even get it out. The chariot came right out. And for some of you, if this is a person, like, it's almost like admitting your feelings for this person is what's going to, even if it's, you know, just to yourself, but it's something like with your intuition telling you to like either go towards this person or look, or pushing you towards this person. You have the Four of Pentacles and the King of, look at this, but it's almost like, no, you don't want to like give up control of a situation. It's almost like this masculine energy wants to like be on the receiving end, and that's not what masculine energy does. That's like, that's a very, that's feminine energy. Feminine energy receives. Masculine energy takes the action. Can I get one more for this? Ace of Cups and the Chariot. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this feminine could be in the Nine of Pentacles energy. You know, just a single, you know, self-sufficient, self-reliant, self-secure, disciplined feminine that you want to make things right with. Look, there she is again, the Queen of Cups. And I'm hearing like, and I'm saying she for the purposes of the card. She deserves this. And there's almost like an energy here with the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you're worried about if it's going to be worth it. And it's not, it's like, why does it, like, again, I felt that energy of like needing to be rewarded for it, for doing this. Like, if that's your mentality, you might as well just stay where you at, because that's like, do it because it's what's in your heart to do. It's what you want. So why would you need to be like I almost feel like the energy of like being compensated for that. Like, what? Nah, then if that's the case, stay where you at, because this person is fine. They're at the 9. You're sitting here worried about if about the 10 of Pentacles. This person is fine. You're at the Knight of Pentacles. He carries the Ace of Pentacles. So you need to get to the 9 of Pentacles. Like, oh no. And then can I get one for angry and reverse and choose a new direction? Ooh. Angry and reverse and choose a new direction. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, and it's almost like you just want to go towards a place of stability. You want to, or you want to escape from, for some of you, it could even be another situation with the Queen of Pentacles, a different feminine energy. But for the majority of you, I don't feel like it's a different one. I feel like it's the same energy. Because it's almost like you don't want to be looked at as a fool for sabotaging whatever this connection was. But it's almost like, nah, exposing this Seven of Swords is the way forward. The Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. But it's, you know, a decision that you have to make to create that foundation that it is that you want. This is... let me get another one. Yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles. But it's almost like you don't want to, in a way, like relinquish control. Like it's like you want to have control over the situation, and you choosing a new direction is the only thing that's within your control. Because then we have the Tower, the Nine of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Like, yeah. See, this person, it's almost like through this Tower, they're realizing that in order to have this or achieve this or go towards this person, whatever the case may be, there needs to be a relinquishing of control. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands, which is a card of, you know, good news. Give me one for this King of Swords. And then we'll grab the guidance and advice. Yeah, this person is all in their heads with the Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like they just have, like, what do they call it? A defeatist mentality. When they need to just, like, pause, take a second and just stop overthinking it. Because it's almost like whoever this is just being a dream killer to their own dream. With the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Like, you're killing your own dream, your whatever it is that you want, your wish. Look, the missed opportunity, the Four of Cups. And bottom of the deck, there he is, the Emperor, masculine energy. Like, it's time to, like, lighten your load. Like, you don't have to, like, it makes me want to say, like, why are you doing this? But it's like a cover-up of this Three of Swords with the Strength and the Three of Swords here. But you have to face this via the Hermit. You have to face this Three of Swords. You have to, like, transmute it. Or allow yourself to feel it. Like, because you're hurting. You're hurting. Yep, and like I said, you're killing your own dream. I was clarifying the Star card, and we have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Eight of Cups at the bottom, which the 8 leads to the 10 by way of the 2. But you see, there's that Ace of Cups. You gotta go, you have to have it for yourself first. Give me one for the Nine of Pentacles. And you're ready to take a leap of faith towards this, whether it's your own independence or, you know, be insecure within yourself, or it's another person. That's the key to success and balance. And it's also the key, like it says, balance, reconciliation, and harmony. If you want to reconcile with this person, or if it's them, you have to take a leap of faith. Aries energy. Yep. Oh. And face this. What is this Three of Swords, Spirit? Sheesh, that came right out. Something you may have said with the Knight of Swords, something you may have said impulsively. Something that you said that broke up this connection. Yeah, the Two of Cups in the bottom. But you were coming from a place of hurt. I mean, it doesn't excuse what you said, but you said it. Give me one for the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so this is definitely something that you said, some type of communication. That is something that you said too fast. Yep. The Ten of Wands. The Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So there's a Two of Wands. For some of you, it's something that whatever you said, you thought that it was going to like push you forward, but what it really did was like set you back. You went from it pushed you forward to the Ten of Wands. Give me one for the Hermit. Hold on. I can get these cards from slipping all over the place. Can I get one for the Hermit? Yeah. With the Seven of Cups. That almost feels like, because it feels like confusion, or it was wishful thinking. Like you said something that caused a separation, maybe thinking because you had options or whatever the case may be. You may have, you may haven't. But it's almost like it more so feels like confusion. The Seven of Cups. Yeah. It came from a place of like unsettled or like an emotionally chaotic place. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like you're realizing like you needed to be, you know, come from a more emotionally intelligent place, but you didn't. Mm-hmm. Spirit is funny. And we have the Empress because this was who you were. This is what or who you were dealing with. And they're saying the option. That is this whoever this feminine energy is, she was the option. I don't know. But we're about to grab the guidance and advice because let's see. We're going to use using the messages from the mermaids. There's a lot of water out here. We got the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups. There's a lot of water out here. So let's see. And they're correcting me. They're saying realizing they were the only option. I don't know, like how because it almost feels like with the Hermit, like you're realizing like maybe you thought you had options, but you really didn't. I don't know how I feel about that. So let's see the guidance and advice. The best option. You had the best option. That's what they're saying. You had the best option. And you broke your own heart. Bottom of the deck, broken heart. Then we have have journey and a caring connection with the devil. And that just makes me feel like, yeah, for some of you, you chose a toxic connection over this connection. And all that toxic connection did was lead you right back to the place that you started that caused you to end this situation or circumstance for some of you. Or some of you, you're used to toxic connections so that when you embarked on this connection, it caused you to sabotage and create the same thing. So what's the guidance and advice, Spirit, as it pertains to this energy and spread? What's the guidance and advice? We have the garden and the gate, with the man holding a heart, that King of Cups at the bottom. Can I get one for the feminine energy? Bottom of the deck, we have Door to Spirit. So let's see the garden and the gate. So it says abundant prosperity and staying safe. It says upright. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with the colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked while the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. This card bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time, but be aware, the choice to stay in the security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habit or fear of the unknown. The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. While it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from your karmic path or from living your truth. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside your gate. And then it says, if this card is reversed, it indicates the happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicity abounds. And it says the affirmation, I am blessed with an abundantly spiritual life. Every day and every way, my joyous prosperity grows and grows. And that's true for both energies, because we already felt that, where one energy was, just high, just like enjoying life, doing whatever it is that they do. Doesn't have to mean that like they do something spiritual, but they could. Where this masculine energy is afraid of that, is afraid of, that, I don't even know the word, but almost like afraid of that feeling is the only way I can put it together. And then we have deceit coming out for this feminine energy, which it almost makes me feel like this masculine energy is like almost obsessing over the loss of this feminine. Give me one for deceit. Yeah. They're feeling like left out. We have the Five of Pentacles. And it says hard times and feeling lack. Yeah. Can I get another one for deceit? Yep. They're hiding their feelings. We have the King of Wands and the Moon. The illusion, fear, hidden truth. And the way that they feel is this Ace of Cups. Yeah, it feels like they're very obsessive, possessive almost over this feminine energy, but from the outside, you know, they're on the outside. They're on the outside. Yep, and wanting to bring it back together with the Six of Pentacles, but they're just in this hangman energy. Well, this is a goddamn weekly, I'll tell you that. But anyways, y'all, that is the reading. I don't even know what to say. It just feels like it's saying, it almost makes me feel like saying, what can you say? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna cut this here. I definitely hope that everyone enjoys their week ahead. I thank you all for tuning in with me. And I will see y'all all on the next one. All right? Later.